The view is not as expansive or interesting as it usually is, but hopefully my face will do for today. So the practices that we'll be doing today is we'll be taking a look at a short reading. We will be expressing a verse of repentance, and I'll talk a little bit about what repentance is exactly. And then we'll sit meditation. I'll offer some guidance. And after the meditation, we'll chant one more time something called the Bodhisattva vows. So it's a kind of very sincere commitment to live, to act, to practice in a certain way. All right? So let me just make sure that people know we are on YouTube. I'll make an announcement. Great. So just a few moments for people to join in. Hi there, Jordan, Hunter, Canadian girl, Lisa, Anna, Grant, hey. So we'll start today with a short reading. And we'll go ahead and get started with that. And even before that, I am Bhante Warpanyo. This is the Monk Life YouTube channel. Monk Life is a community of meditators, practitioners, meeting together regularly to look at, to practice with a Buddhist philosophy, to practice meditation, and to support one another with a wholehearted consideration and a focus on compassion, the practice of meditation and Buddhist philosophy. So I'm not so much the guru or the master of monk life, but more the facilitator for these events and for the Discord community. So a very sincere welcome to everyone. And we'll get started here with a reading. And this is a reading from Master Sheng Yen about letting go. Sheng Yen is who you see in the thumbnail, and he is a very well-regarded Taiwanese Zen master. And he's no longer around, but he was prolific in writing, and both an academic and a very experienced meditator. So we'll start off with a little bit of Buddhist wisdom to set us on the right path. Hi there, Patrick. The title of this short work is Letting Go to Make Progress and Embrace. To embrace the new era, let go of attachments to the old realities. So to usher in the new, we need to let go of the old. To make progress, we need to let go of yesterday's self. And to reconstruct today's self, we need to seek the progress of tomorrow. When people persist in old ways of thinking, unwilling to accept other people's suggestions or the way society works, they basically haven't made much progress, and therefore won't be accepted by this era and society. Among the teachings that the Buddha shared with us is to abandon attachment to the self, as all phenomena and things are impermanent. So abandon this sense of expectation, this sense of wanting things to be a certain way, this sense of struggling to keep or to get rid of. So abandon attachment to the self. as all phenomena and things are impermanent. So that is our body, our mind, our thoughts, especially those negative thoughts about ourselves or those traumatic stories, experiences, etc., are totally and completely impermanent. And the same with our joys, with our happiness, the relationships that we really value and favor, pleasurable experiences. Whatever it may be, it is impermanent. So recognizing that, understanding that, abandon attachment to the self, as all phenomena and things are impermanent. In other words, all phenomena are transient because of changes in the underlying factors and conditions. So factors and conditions, all of the kind of building blocks of our experience and of our life are constantly changing. They are constantly in flux. As such, all of these phenomena, all of these experiences are transient. They are temporary. And since they will change, why not facilitate things by adapting to causes, conditions, and times? So we adapt moment to moment to our experience, to how things are at this moment, instead of resisting it or trying to fight to make it a different way. And since all of these things will change, why not facilitate things by adapting to causes, conditions, and times? Why not transform passivity into activity, letting old things go and then taking on new things? If we are unwilling to give up power or status, creating inner contradictions, we'll be in conflict not only with ourselves, but also with the environment. So be ready and willing to let go. As they say, go with the flow. Relax and let go. If we recognize that everything is progressing and changing, what cannot be given up? What cannot be let go? So through recognizing that everything is progressing and changing, we will find that there's nothing that we can't let go of. There's nothing that we need to totally define ourselves by, because whatever comes up for us in our mind, definitions of ourselves or of other people, it's totally transient. It's totally in process. It is moving. It's changing. It's in no way permanent. A lay practitioner once said to me, "Oh Shifu, you're old. Are you going to die?" A lay practitioner is kind of a person who's a Buddhist, but not a monk. A follower of Buddhism, but not a monk. And Shifu means a master. It's kind of the Chinese word for a master. A lay practitioner once said to me, "Oh Shifu, you're old. Are you going to die?" I answered, "People can't live forever." "Shifu, are you afraid to die?" I said, "Death marks the end of this life, and also the beginning of another stage of life. It's not like people die and then it's all said and done. The arising and perishing, ups and downs of all phenomena in the world are a natural phenomena. So death isn't scary. Death is letting go. Because we let go in order to take the next step and take on the new." So in taking on the new and taking that next step, a very powerful and important practice can be this act of repentance. So we recognize, we bring up, we remember our faults, our difficulties, our errors, our mistakes and unskillful behavior that we have practiced with, that we have experienced up until now. We recognize that, we bring it up, And then we atone. We come to terms. We show up for the results of our actions up to now. We show up for ourselves, not the selves that we want to be, not the selves that we are if that's not a part of it, but we show up to ourselves with everything involved. Even those mistakes, those bad things, those things that we don't want, we atone, we accept, we recognize all of it. So that's a bit of this practice of repentance. So today we will be working with a chant. We'll be chanting together, and we'll be practicing meditation, and then another chant at the end. I don't know if anyone has it at the ready, but if you do, it would be great if you could share it in the live chat. I shared the PDF of this in the Discord, but we're going to do this this repentance chant, and I really encourage you to try and follow along if you're able to. If we're able to pull it up here, maybe I could share it. Let me see. To share it in the live chat. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, the verse of atonement. But I cannot copy paste it. Well, hopefully some of us have it. Just going to adjust this here. Oops. Okay. Does the link work? I'm not sure about what link. I'm trying to copy and paste this this text here, but I can't. For the chant that we're using today to put in the live chat. No, the links won't show up in the live chat. Well, if you're in the Discord, it's in the announcements, but it's okay. We'll go through it. So if you have that PDF opened up, the chant that we're going to do is called the Verse of Atonement. So this verse is all my ancient twisted karma. So all of that cause and effect, all of those volitional activities that we have gotten involved in is our karma. All of our mistakes, our errors, our unskillful actions up to now. Originating from beginningless greed, hatred, and delusion, born from coming out of this attachment or this state of the body, speech, and mind. So unskillful actions that have been brought about, that have been expressed through our mind, through our thinking. Unskillful, unwholesome actions that have been expressed, that have been brought about by our speech. And unskillful, unwholesome actions that have come from our body, that have taken place through the body, originating from this beginningless greed, hate, and delusion that is a part of a human condition. I now fully atone. I now fully atone. And that atoning is to step up. To step up to the plate of our body, mind, at this very moment. And so we will chant this verse 3 times, and then we will atone. We will show up to our practice. We will show up to our situation that we find ourselves in as human beings. That is our meditation. And I will offer a bit of guidance for our meditation as well. Okay, so the verse of atonement. You're very welcome to join your palms together with me and chant along if you're able to. You can try to keep up. That's right. Thanks, Fair St. Pierre. That's what we'll be chanting. All right, so here we go. You can join your hands together if you like. Oh, my ancient twisted karma, born of beginningless greed, hate, and delusion, formed of body, speech, and mind, I now fully atone. All my ancient twisted karma, formed of beginningless greed, hate, and delusion, born of body, speech, and mind, I now fully atone. All my ancient twisted karma, formed of beginningless greed, hate, and delusion, born from body, speech, and mind, I now fully atone. So we can bow, finding our position of atonement, our position of meditation. Maybe we're sitting cross-legged or sitting in a chair. However we're sitting, beginning to turn our attention inward. Towards the feeling of the body and the mind at this very moment. Taking our breath to be the main focus point, the main anchor into our meditation practice. With each moment, we are aware, noticing the body, the mind, relying on the breath. Breathing and being aware. For this small amount of time, for this one inhale, for this one exhale, giving our full attention. Just breathing. Just noticing. Without any expectation, without any desire for a result. Taking our primary activity to be breathing. Following the breath as it comes in and goes out. The entirety of the path, the entirety of our lives, right here, right now. Just a moment to be with the breath, to be with the body. To accept all aspects of our experience right now. To put down and to put aside this mind of attachment to desire. This mind of attachment to getting away from what we don't like. For one moment, for one breath, experiencing the totality of our lives. With each breath, settling more and more into just breathing and having a body. Noticing thoughts, noticing physical sensations, but not getting carried away by them. Simply noticing and breathing. And as you find the mind getting pulled towards ideas, towards thinking, getting caught up in words and phrases, just come back to the breath. With each and every breath, our meditation is beginning again. Not falling into sleepiness or drowsiness or fogginess, but really showing up, really being attentive to our awareness right now. Instead of relying on thoughts, words, and phrases, really feeling into the breath at this very moment. Relying on breathing and being aware. We may feel pain or difficulty in our practice. If we feel that, try turning our awareness, our attention towards that pain, towards that unsatisfactory feeling. And notice your ability to accept without judgment pain. to accept without judgment physical sensations, to accept without judgment thoughts and ideas. Breathing and accepting moment after moment. Bringing the complicated, scattered story mind home to the body. With each deep, rich breath, establishing ourselves in the here and the now. Meditation is not practiced for a certain period of time. This very breath is your meditation. This very moment, your whole life. Showing up. Following the breath as it comes in, going down the throat, filling up the lungs, and following the breath as it goes out. This practice of sincerity, intimacy, taking responsibility for our body and mind right here and right now. putting down the thinking mind, practicing intimacy and sincerity with this breath by breath, moment by moment awareness. Allowing ourselves to sit and be aware, not doing, not struggling, simply being, breathing, noticing. This question of what is it like to be a human being right now can only be answered by turning our attention inward, by looking, not thinking. Continuing to bring up this sense of curiosity, to really look, to breathe and be introspective about our nature. Our direct experience, our awareness, not our thinking, not our story, not our judgment. But really right now, taking this as an opportunity to refresh, to restart, to step into this responsibility, this body and mind right now. Noticing that we don't need to define ourselves by thoughts and stories. We can notice, we can experience directly that these thoughts and stories come up and go away. Like bubbles in the bathtub, like clouds in the sky. continuing to settle our mind, to focus our mind on the breath, following the breath as it comes in and goes out for a few more minutes until we hear the sound of the bell. In our meditation, there's no place, no need to be discouraged by difficulty. Our meditation is exactly the practice of showing up to and taking care of our difficulty. Breathing and accepting all experiences, all phenomena. Being with things as they are right now. With a sense of gentleness and sincerity. We get distracted, we get overwhelmed. Gently and sincerely returning back to the breath in this refuge of our awareness nature. and see if we can relate to, if we can feel into this practice of just sitting, just breathing. Just this. So we'll finish today with something called the Bodhisattva vows. The vows of a Bodhisattva. The vows of someone, a devout practitioner, who puts off their own enlightenment for the sake of all beings, and someone who really vows wholeheartedly with a sense of determination to transform their suffering, to establish peace in their own lives. So this is the first time that we're doing something like this. If you're in the Discord, you may be able to have that PDF in front of you, and someone may be able to write it down or to copy and paste it in the live chat on YouTube. Actually, I can do that. Let's see, just a moment. And so we'll wrap up our practice with these Bodhisattva vows. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. All right, thank you, Jordan. Now everyone's sharing it. Okay, so we can join our hands together, and I'll try to chant a little bit slowly. So if you want to chant along with me, you're very welcome to do that. Creations are numberless. I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transform them. Reality is boundless. I vow to perceive it. The awakened way unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Creations are numberless. I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transform them. Reality is boundless. I vow to perceive it. The awakened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Creations are numberless. I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transform them. Reality is boundless. I vow to perceive it. The awakened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Then we can bow. So, thank you everyone for joining me in this practice today. Bit of an unusual time. We don't usually meet together right now. I was a little ill prepared. I had some things going on here at the temple. We had another class, another meeting going on, so I wasn't able to be where I usually am for these group meditations. But I'm very thankful to everyone who showed up. I hope you were able to get at least a little bit of meditation practice. And you may consider to like this video, and it may help some other people come across it and maybe join our community. And if you're not already in the Discord, well, I don't know what to tell you. You can join. You can join us. And recently we've been having more of our group meditations on the Discord and not live on YouTube. But we'll figure out the balance between that. Oh, yeah, thanks everyone for the sweet words. And we are a community. I'm not the guru, I'm not the master. And, we're focused here on coming together, practicing together, supporting one another. And we've all got all kinds of different community events that we do. So, you're welcome in the Discord and to get as involved as you like. And for special effect, there is an evening verse that's a part of this chanting, and it is the evening. So let me chant this evening verse, and that will be the real closing out here. So after I stop, after I end it, then we can do 3 sadhus, and you're welcome to join me in those sadhus. Let me respectfully remind you, life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes swiftly by and opportunity is lost. Let us awaken, take heed. Do not squander your life. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, don't squander your life. See you later.